Master P is a hip-hop icon. He is certainly that. After his song Make Him Say topped the charts, he went on to build an empire investing in everything from fashion to real estate and spreading a message of racial equity through financial empowerment. That was his thing, still is his thing. But today, the father of 9 is speaking in his very first TV interview about a very family tragedy. It hits very close to home, the loss of his daughter, Tatiana Miller. She was 29. She'd been battling substance abuse for nearly a decade, and she openly discussed her struggle with addiction on the reality series Growing Up Hip Hop, where Master P and his son, Romeo Miller, encouraged Tatiana to get help. In May, though, Tatiana lost her battle with addiction and died by accidental overdose. Master P is now turning this heartbreaking loss into a mission, and he joins us now here on CBS Mornings. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances because it's not the natural order of things for parents to outlive their children.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard.
Coming from where I come from, coming from poverty, you would think that you would outlive your kids, and that was the mission.
Yeah.
And I feel like going to my daughter's funeral, I feel like I went to my own funeral, and I don't even want to go to no more funerals.
How were you notified, Percy, that she had?
My other daughter called me. It was the worst call that a parent can get. And knowing that you are successful, and my sympathy go out to everybody that lost a child. When you look at this, and I said, I'm gonna turn my pain into passion, and I'm gonna turn it into a purpose, because I can't get my daughter back.
Yeah.
I love her, I think about her every day, and it took me and my family to go through something that I just can't stop thinking about, but I realized that I have to get out here and help and save other kids. So.
But did you think she was getting better? Because, she had talked very openly about it. You as a family had talked very openly about getting her help on the show. Did you think she was getting better?
Oh, yeah, no, she was getting better. We had just got out of rehab, and she was on the right track. And the sad thing about it, I know that, my daughter said, I want to be the president. I want, she was getting herself, I want to do something to help people. And that's why I said, my daughter has been my parachute, and she was writing a book. I said, we have to get rid of the negative things and replace it with positive things.
When you look back on it, do you think that there are things that you should have done, not have done, things you should have said that you didn't said? Are you playing that tape in your head?
Oh, no, every parent do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I could have done more. I feel like, but you never know. You think, we've been going through this for 9 years, so you think, oh, you know what? She's going to get past this. We're going to go on and live happily ever after.
She's an adult.
And she's an adult.
Yeah.
It's been plenty of times to where I was in situations that I had to, even if the police was involved, she could go where she wants. She's over 18. So I had to deal with that struggle and pain. But my daughter had a lot of life left in her.
Yeah.
And she was a happy woman that knew that tomorrow she could do something better. So.
And when something like this happens, it affects the whole family.
Yes.
What did you do as a family to get through this? What have you been doing? What are you saying?
Well, my
yourself?
thing is anybody that's watching this, love your loved ones while they're here. Because once you walk out that door, you never know who's going to come back.
Did you speak to your own family about it?
Yeah,
what did you do?
I did a family meeting, and
after her death?
Yes.
And what did you say in the family meeting?
Well, I asked my kids, I say, what am I doing wrong? And so, some of the kids say, you are controlling. So I had to look in my own mirror and say, that's true, but I've only built parameters for protection out of love, because I know where I come from and what I've been through. And when you look at mental illness and substance abuse, it's serious. It affects everybody, Black, white, Asian, Latino, rich, poor. You look at now fentanyl, just a little thing of fentanyl, it's destroying
Take
family.
your life.
Take your life. I watched on the news today to where a mother was talking about her son was a good kid, and he just went left one time and brought some pill, and it killed him. So my thing is, it hurts so much as a family. So for me, I broke so many stereotypes, and I'm telling my kids, I told my son Romeo, I said, you know what? I broke a whole lot of stereotypes and curses that now you got to break, because he's my hero. Romeo is my hero.
Romeo is, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like now he could change the next generation.
Because you work so hard to make sure that they didn't have the life that you had.
Yes.
Isn't that the point you're
Yes.
making?
And it's tough, because when you lose somebody, they're not coming back. So when I got that phone call, I realized that my daughter's never coming back.
Yeah.
And that's the heartbreaking thing about this. And that's why I said, let me team up with NAMI. Let me team up with ARJ Cares. These are doctors. These are people that believe. I want to help people that look like us. We want to bring awareness to this. We want to save these. My whole purpose is now is, I don't know why you put me through this, God, and I'm not going to question you, but I'm going to get out here and save millions. I'm going to help. I'm going to do something.
And so your bottom line message to people who are worried about their own children or who are going through this is to do what?
You know what? Talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't hold this as a secret.
People are afraid to talk about it.
Stop, because when you talk about mental illness and you talk about substance abuse, people don't want to say this happened to my kid. But this is affecting us as Americans. If this is affecting people international, don't be afraid. And I'm even telling companies all across the world, like, stop holding this as a secret, because, even me starting the brand Soldier Snacks, I said, you know what? It's so many mental illness when you deal with soldiers going out there fighting for us, for our country. But who talks to these people? Who comfort them? Even like my daughter, when she's going through something, or her friends, because we just dealt with several of her friends losing their lives, and we never thought this would hit our house.
Well, nobody ever does, but people are looking at you today saying, if it can happen to you and all that you have, it can happen to anybody.
Yes.
And you want people to know this can be avoided, but we do have to speak about it. We thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.